I'm like, let's just hop on here and just go live randomly and that be that. Oh, I've never done this, but yes, I have. No, I haven't. Have I? No, I have. No, no, I have. Have, have. Um, if anybody ends up on this live today or starts talking with me, this is going to be something I start doing weekly, at least once a week, with going live just during the week and just having a conversation because I feel like sometimes we sort of do the reviews and that's I live and I breathe for that. You know what I'm saying? But like versus me going live on Instagram, like why am I not on YouTube doing this? Hmm. So here I am, checking in on all of you, saying hello, hi. Hi everybody. How is your Thursday? Hi. What's up, Ryan? Thick Red. You did. This is actually a random live I have just posted today. Honestly, this is anything y'all want to ask me, you can ask me. We can talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. I'm got an hour of time and I'm kind of here for just a little chit chat if you feel like it. Oh, we already super chatting? This is just a live. Hey, what's up? Yikes, it's Joel. Hey. I did not get a fresh lineup. I just brushed down the baby hairs. Hi, y'all. Stressful Thursday here. Really? I'm sorry to hear that. I've had a day, honestly. I've had a day. Hi, Lauren. I'm a teacher and I had the best day with my students today. I hope you had a great Thursday. Thank you. Hi, Ryan. What's Aaron? My bad. Hey, Aaron. I didn't catch that A, honey. So like, no, Alexis, you're going to work. I'm so sorry. Music library. What was I listening to today? I was listening to dun, 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 dun. What's that song? I had it on repeat. Oh God, it's so bad. It's not. Oh, My Sentiment by the Universal Togetherness Band has been on repeat lately for me. So, my sentiments of joy. Very much that. My name is Cameron, so it's What's a Ryan? Oh, oh, What's a Rent? Okay, got it. Thank you, Lucretia. Hi, hi. Um, y'all, this has been one of those weeks. Like on a real note, I love y'all down. You know, I do what I do, and I get up here and I do my reviews. But on a personal level, I have like so much on my plate that I have to like get together and just I'm trying. So there may be moments where things happen between friends or some situation and not everything can be reciprocated back the way we want it to be, but I'm getting into a space where I have to realize people are just going to be who they're going to be. And even if they show you or tell you, is take the actions for what they are, baby, and just go from there. So yeah, I'm tired, but I'm trying to get ready for DragCon. I was gonna take a trip this month, but now I'm like looking at how high the prices are going in LA, and I'm gonna be there for like I think Thursday through Sunday, or Monday actually. I might leave Sunday. I might leave Sunday night. I don't know, but I'm trying to get that together. Uh, this website I'm trying to organize. I'm putting that together too. Some other projects that we got in the works. So yeah, just working on a couple of things. What are y'all going through? Is there anything that y'all want to ask me? Like honestly, I feel like I do give a lot of my like tea or business away or whatever, but like on a real note, talk to me. This is just a random live rant with me is what we're going to do each week. rant with me. We're just going to start doing that as some random live that we do during the middle of the week and just talk. And you can either join in the conversation or you can dip out. Now, I did want to bring up this UK versus the world review yesterday because at one point I kind of just went in on a few people, and I wasn't trying to be nasty. I hate coming off that way. I always say this saying for myself, I'm just gonna have to be the villain today, because when I feel like people just don't get what I'm saying or they're not listening, it's like, well, I guess I'm now the villain because we're not trying to get the full aspect of what the problem is here. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to apologize for my rant. I'm going to apologize for if I've made someone feel some kind of way. I don't like it when people feel some kind of way. So I apologize for that. But as far as me ranting, I got a lot of you saying, we missed this. This was old Matty. Going in. It's like, yeah, but I mean, at the same time, Casey, I don't even have up my tip jar, but thank you for the Cash App. I see you, baby. I appreciate you. But yeah, the season itself, if I just want to be honest with y'all, let's just talk about it. Cause the review, I'm done with the review. So let's talk about it now. I've heard the song. What was that? The season was too short. I would really prefer, if they're going to do this again, to give us a full show and don't invite 9 people, make it a cast of 12 or 13 and have more representatives from different places. If you're going to give prizes, let them be actual prizes. The songs is just not, it's not good. It's just not good. I Love You Blue. It's not a good song. It's pretty bad. It's kind of awful. I really hate that for her. It's right. It was a remix, a mega remix. What? That's what you got? What? Give her some makeup or something, a lifetime supply of it. Shit. And I understand that public television is necessary, all that kind of good stuff. I had somebody be very, very gross in the comment section, oh, so you think it's a bad thing? It's no, baby, you missed the point of what I was saying. I would like them to be compensated in some kind of way if they're spending money to be on a show only to get something that is really not in value like we think that they should get. That's all I'm saying. And Jimmy, oh my gosh. Again, I do not have my cash stuff up. Thank you for this generous tip on Cash App, baby. I appreciate you. Let me read what you said, my love. Love you, Matty. Thank you for all your great content. Well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. And I'm about to get in these comments now because we're talking. This is a conversation today. If you're tuning in, this is a live of just us. We're gibba-gabbing. Jibba-jabbing. There we go. Jibba-jabbing. I'm almost to 20K, y'all. We're almost there. It is so close. I'm subscribe, god damn it. Just very that itchy right now. I think they were paid. Joel, you're put the Cash App up. Okay, I'm gonna put it. Well, it's right there in my name with the $sign, but I guess I'll do this. I'll do that. I'll do this. I am happy that the queens that got to go on there got to showcase. Again, I feel like some of them deserve a second chance, a third chance even, because of the time they had on this show, someone like Lemon, hell, even Cheryl, Jimbo, of course, all of that stuff. Pangina, I'd like to see it in another competition setting. But I think that there should have been moments of saves or non-eliminations, because for 6 episodes, my God, that wasn't enough for me. And so I wanted a little bit more time with a lot of them. Yeah. So I'm happy the show went the way it did. I'm happy that Blue won, all that kind of stuff. I'm not happy of the toxic fan moments that took place out of that. That was whoa, gross. We have to do this all over again. But as far as bringing, time and space, that was 6 weeks. That was nothing. Like, you don't want to hear the song, honey. You don't want to hear the song. It's Blue deserve better than that. Takara Richardson, I see your question. Is it true that they didn't get cash prizes because the network prevented them from doing so? I've seen that floating around. Well, based on BBC rules and the way that programming works out there, they're not supposed to be getting paid anything. But I'm sure that there may have been a salary or a wage paid or some sort of something given to them prior to the show being there, or maybe for them being on the show for as long as they were, maybe per episode, possibly. But cash prizes, no. Like, and they do that for UK, Drag Race UK in general. Can I just say, I don't know for a fact, but I feel so deep in me, the BBC had it all rigged. I read that so differently. In the BBC had it all rigged and scripted in contract. They would not fund a show where non-Brit would win. I mean, Blue's not really from the UK, though. Look at me trying to be technical. I mean, just an Irish queen. Blue sounded really nice. I could barely hear her, though, in her own song prize. I mean, it's what happens when you're not the lead, baby, you know? Let's see here. Suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Every time I see your name, be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. 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 Don't be suspicious. We're ranting about everything. I know today is Mario Day. Shout out to all of my Nintendo fans out there. I know we were excited to see a movie trailer that never happened. I do know that what's it called? The Mario World or Super Mario World is going to be opening up in Universal Studios in Hollywood first in 2023. So I'm excited for that because I really am a huge Mario fan. So I'm here for it. Graduate thought. Thanks, babe. The BBC pays them a wage as performers, but no cash prizes. Also, Ireland is still part of the United Kingdom. Oh, well, we're not going to eat. We're not even going to? Okay. I guess. Okay. I was trying to help the situation, but nope. It was the UK Queen wins, period. Matty, have you looked into or heard of MTV's All I'm aware of. I am aware. Let me be quiet. I'm aware of that and casting. Yes, I'm fully aware, and I will leave it at that. Blink, blink. I will leave it at that. It's a gag that I read that, Crystal, because I'm like, I remember having a conversation. Oh, shh, be quiet, because I had a conversation about that like months ago. So good for you knowing about that. It's an MTV something planned for sure, and I'll leave it there. And I'm kind of excited for how that's going to go down because I feel like it's going to be heavy drama. And I know it's going to be from multiple franchises, like of a lot of different franchises of people. Yeah, so it should be fun. I'm here for it. Jason Marino, what are you doing? Let's get some more questions in here. Oh, the Matty, they put a 10% discount on games everyone already bought. What a nice thing. First of all, Minty, I was looking for games because it was the Mario Day or whatever. Where's my Switch? I should already have it in front of me, right? It's like games. Here go my Switch. It was games I already have. And then two, the 10% was like a slap in the face. They're games from like 2017, 5-year-old games. Like, what the fuck is going on here? Hey, Frosty Apples. Let me look at your Abby. Love it. Who was? I am not saying anything. And it's very old, but there's more to that. So shh, be quiet. Shh. There's other different shows and other things that are supposed to happen here with that one. Yeah. I have. How much is Mario Kart? Too much. Ooh, okay, Danielle Marie. So this needs to be explained, and I'm kind of glad you brought it up because technically, your brother and anybody else should be going to a GameStop and either using their points to get it for cheap, cheap, or like buying a used copy of the game. It's been out for a very fucking long time. Two, they're releasing the new DLC for it over the rest of the year of 2022. I think there's going to be one thing maybe at the end of 20 or beginning of 2023, but they're releasing like a whole bunch of new tracks for it. So that's a huge deal because we've been asking for something to happen with this one while they're still apparently developing another new Mario Kart game. So if y'all don't have the membership online, which is it's a bit expensive for the $50, the Nintendo Online Plus membership situation they have. If you don't have that, then the DLC, I think, is like it's like 20 something something. It's a little high. It's not too bad, but it's a lot of new shit that comes with it, and they release it periodically. So the game now is gonna run a little higher. So I would suggest that they get you a cheap copy because you're going to be paying for the DLC to really enjoy that motherfucker. Okay. $29.99. Thank you, Pablito. Thank you, baby. Yeah. So tell him to get the used copy, girl, and don't be mad it's a used copy. Be thankful. Games are expensive. Video games are $60 brand new, y'all. Like the good, not even the good ones. That's a lie because some cheap games are fire, but like big production games, $60. Any sort of system you're looking at. That's why I like GameStop so much. And I'm like, please don't go out of business because I enjoy using my points and getting $10 to $15, $20 off shit I don't want to pay for. Full price. Okay. Sorry. See, you got me ranting. Go watch it. It was good. It's a long movie. It's a detective film, so very much a mystery thriller. It's also sort of not origins Batman, but they haven't been established in their characters yet. So when you see Catwoman, she's not Catwoman. When you see Batman, he's been called that, but he's like the only one, honestly. And then Penguin is not Penguin on there. He's Oz because that's Oswald Cobblepot. So when you watch it from that kind of context. Nothing is already there. Everything is sort of building into a new world. It's pretty good. Yeah. I just saw the Batman, and let me just say it feels like a gift for the bisexuals. You mean the fact that Robert Pattinson was actually very attractive in this movie and not sickly looking like he was in Twilight? I know that's controversial. Don't do that. I couldn't get into him in Twilight, y'all, but I was very much here for Robert Pattinson as Batman. I was like, oh, okay, this got real. And Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman? Listen, she was a little stiff in that walking. Y'all better not lie. That baby girl was stiff. I was looking for the jutting hip. And I was like, oh, she's not doing it like that. But she was really good with her lines. She was really good in other scenes I enjoyed. The CGI work for her action scenes was great. But that girl could not walk for my life, especially when they showed her from the back. It was like this little wiggle. I was like, what is this wiggle? He did. That man looked malnourished and full of just the wrong kind of vitamins, baby. He needs some zinc. I didn't understand why he was so pale. When I sit in the sun, I get gold. The fuck? I'm a bling artist from Houston, and I would love to send you something. Do you have a P.O. box? And Nick, thanks, babe. I don't have one yet. I am procrastinating the fuck out of getting a P.O. box because I can get one now that I have mail that would provide me proof of me living there. So there. So, Anik, can I make a promise to you and everybody else on here? Today is March 10th. We got 31 days in March, I think. Yeah, 31 days because April's 30. Let me go ahead and do this. I'm going to have that P.O. box by the end of this month, and that's a promise, okay? I will be posting that information soon. I'm going to make this a moment where I take accountability and I hold through because I've been asked to get a P.O. box many of times. Ben could have got it with my little Honda having everything. Ben could have got it. But something happens. I just end up doing something else. So I'm gonna work on that, baby. I'm gonna have that together for you by the end of the month so we can talk about you sending me some of this bling. I would love to see it. I'd love to showcase it back here on one of these shelves, my doll. So I appreciate you even for asking, baby. I'm gonna work on that for you, okay? Shout out to all my teachers watching this video right now. Whether you're hosting your last period class or you are past that point and you're in detention, possibly having to work on your spring break, I send you my love. All children ain't good children. Some of them little assholes. So I understand. God bless you for dealing with a lot of smart mouths, a lot of questions that don't need to be answered, and not enough pay for the work that you do. Sending out my love to my teachers out there. As a sweaty man, I appreciate the ice cold vampire. I'm pretty sweaty too. I still would. I don't know, man. I don't know. I prefer the Bruce Wayne edit. Very brooding and stuff. Very that. Just adding things to Matty's. I mean, I have a lot that's going on, but no, that actually is something I do need to get set up. I've been asked to get that PO box together for the last 2 years. Okay. Ooh, let's see here. Okay. Hi, babe. Hi. I have to know, what are the pop figures that you have on the background? Just like what characters are they? Sure. Okay, so let's do these over here. So this one I bought recently, and it's one of my favorite TV shows, Parks and Recreation. So it's Leslie, Nope, and Ron Swanson, and it's called Locked In, but this is from a specific episode. And so I'm going to now leave it to the audience here. Tell me what episode this is from. There are 2 times Leslie Nope has been sweaty and having to speak for a very long time. But this one's a special one that I actually like. It's one of my favorite episodes, actually. I saw it at Target a little while ago and made sure I had to get it. Speaking of which, all my other Funko Pops are in Vegas, and I will be getting them back very, very soon. Because not just this wall, but also y'all know I'm about to be moving into my own place soon. I'm about to get an entire wall set up. It's going to be kind of cool. Oh, sorry, we're still on this. This one is Super Sailor Moon, because y'all know I'm a huge Usagi-chan fan from the Sailor Moon series. I got this as a gift for my birthday, I believe. Yes, this was my birthday. Shout out to my friend, David, who sent this to me. And then I believe it was Mimi Cherry who got me my favorite Sailor Scout and my favorite cat, Sailor Venus and Artemis. I believe I'm right. Yeah, I think I'm right. Yeah. I'm like, I think it was definitely Mimi who got me this. Mimi also got me this Artemis cup here. A good friend of mine, Dawn, who lives in Japan. Hey, Dawn. He got me this little keychain figurine character of V. This is like, he literally bought this in Japan. And that's where I got that Sailor Venus one too, this was all for my birthday, mind you. So it was like, oh, it was I was gagged. So I was like, it's in Japanese. Like that was stupid. But yeah, I would be here for it. It would need to be an RPG. It needs to be on like a Final Fantasy level if we're going to really do all of that. Hell. Okay. I'd be here for it. But yeah. Oh, and then Dawn also got me this Artemis cat too. And then these are my Amiibo figures for Animal Crossing. This is Isabel. This is her brother, who I still don't have his name correct down because he don't really do nothing in this New Horizons. And then that's Lottie, who is my favorite from the Happy Home DLC. Yeah. Hi, everybody. I know some of y'all are tuning in like, what's going on? Is this a review? So each week we're going to start doing this because it's been highly requested. And normally I'd be on Instagram doing it, but everyone's like, just go to YouTube. But we'll be doing lives like for an hour a day, maybe 2 hours. I won't be driving to McDonald's across the border and back. But we'll have these conversations where we get to talk. Not just about a show that we're talking about, because of course we do reviews, but anything you want to have a conversation about, because I can talk about everything. Animal Crossing was literally my saving grace through the quarantine. I probably would not still be here if it wasn't for Animal Crossing, because y'all know I was going through it during the pandemic when it first started. Like, I was in a lot of shit. And when I bought that Animal Crossing game when I was in that hotel, girl, changed my life. Best decision I ever made. And I used to make fun of that game because I was like, why is this shitty game everyone love? I was so wrong. It's the best thing ever. Okay, yeah, y'all want to talk about it? What's up, JV? Yes, Becky, get your 12K a month. I wish. If I was making 12K a month on YouTube, this would be a whole different background. This would be a whole another setting situation. I would be my whole life would be dedicated. 12K a month? Bitch. I'm still how is she getting that much money? And I looked at her content. I was like, how? For what? Is it just because people were hate watching her and that's how she was getting money? It's not worth it. I'm sorry. Nothing is worth that. I'm so sorry. I can't. What's her opinion on Foodie Beauty termination? So she's said a lot of stuff. She said a lot of things that have been very inappropriate. She's also had conversations that were not necessary to have in public. I feel bad for her, and then I don't, because she's also a person of privilege who is clearly been hold on. I'm making an order now to deliver before I head your way. Can you add a cookie? Wait, how much I got? She's at 10 and 5. Can you add I don't care what kind. It's just 2 is good. Hold on, because I'm so sorry, y'all. This is the conversation turned into EDIBLES, and I need to make sure it's correct. 1 minute. um, is that right? Am I doing my math correctly? 10. Okay, cool. Damn. So sorry about that. I gotta make sure. Listen, when your person hits you up and is like, I'm baking something and I'm telling you now, like, do you want something? Yes, I do. I'll take a chocolate chip and I'll take an oatmeal raisin. Thank you. Well, I'm getting other things that I won't discuss, but well, you know what I'm getting, honey, little hybrid. But she also does Eddie's, so whenever she hits me up like that, I'm like, oh. Take me on a journey. Oh, Peach, because I play with Peach, and that's just me being biased. Rexby, I see a question I'm going to answer in just a second. I want to get back up here real quick. Oh, excuse me. I love this. Where are the jokes? Hi. I remember watching our IG lives and you being so excited about Animal Crossing. It's just the game. And that's another thing, too. I told you I'm getting my gaming stuff set up, right? So this computer's actually set up on this laptop cooling fan system type. Oh, God, I'm sounding like Amberlynn Reed now. Type deal thing here. And that's going to be helpful when I start to stream with my computer not overheating. But I was told I still need to get a PC because MacBooks are not that girl, even a Pro. So I was like, I didn't finish the L. Did I did it right? That's exactly what I said. Yes, edibibs. Yes, Jose, that's what I meant. Mm-hmm. Edibibs. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. Let's see here. What's your opinion on BBC being kind of accused of being racist, favoring white queens over POC immigrant queens? Okay, so I don't live in the UK, so I can't really speak on that. I can only go off of what I've seen from the show that has been presented to me because I'm also not a viewer of programming through the BBC like others would be. I would take somebody who lives out there who that is the programming, that is where it comes from. I take their word for it more than my word for it. From what I've seen based off of a drag race perspective of it favoring other people over others. Column A, column B, depends on what we're talking about, you know. It can be subjective in a sense. I think there are points and moments where I do think things are played up on, and I do think that there have been moments that have been not given the shine they deserve, and maybe things have been blown out of proportion for A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But it's tough because I'm over here in the United States with Xfinity. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about that. The BBC is a channel out here on my cable. Do you feel me? It's literally like maybe somewhat of something that y'all would get over there, but I can't speak to that, and I would hate to feel that I have an opinion on something like that when I don't even get the same kind of programming or watch it often as everybody else out there does. Yeah. Ow! Pop my hand a little bit. Oh, okay. Where's the best place to buy animal? Okay, David, this is the car. Okay. Matty is going to admit some things here today. I don't want people to judge me, but it's not going to be like a Chantal, like, I went over to his house after filing a police report situation. And as far as Foodie Booty's channel getting deleted, it's embarrassing to watch somebody who gives their entire life to us honestly spiral into bullshit, lies, manipulation, all that. You are low-key stalking this man. He is messing with you at the same time, but you are also a part of that same situation. Who gives a fuck about that other lady there? Like, Chantel, it was sad to see somebody who is so successful for doing nothing become upset and angry at one of the ugliest people I've ever seen in my life. Reality check. Back to this Animal Crossing bit. So you can buy them on Amazon, David, but they are up. The pricing is up. They've upped the price on a lot of them, and there most likely will be like the promo sets that only come with 3 cards versus an entire 10-pack. And it depends on what series you're trying to get. Series 5, the promo ones are the only ones available on Amazon. If you're talking about 4, 3, 2, and 1, you have a better chance of getting them, but they'll also be overpriced. I paid $25, I kid you not, for 3 fucking cards, and they were all shitty villagers. Okay? I've also seen it where it dropped down to $10. So you have to like price watch it on Amazon. But I'm also a Pokemon card player. Do not judge me. And so I recently bought like a booster box set online because they're all gone in the stores. So again, found it on Amazon for a decent price. So I would suggest either offer up and be careful though, because like sometimes those are reseller issues with those cards, and they actually like resell the packages and they put some random shit in there and it's not even an Amiibo card. So like be very careful. Read reviews. And if it's a lot of people saying that the cards are fake, then I would definitely follow that. But sometimes there are people on there that try to post spam reviews to make you think that you're not getting the right cards so they can start mass buying them out. It's tricky, but I've learned to navigate. Pesky, what advice do you need? I'm here to talk to all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is just a rant with me. We're doing this once a week where I just get on a live and we have a conversation. And I'm going to read the lives and I'm going through your comments right now. Noah, hope you had a good day at work. Thanks for clocking out. Hope you get paid too, bitch. Okay, make sure that check is right. Uh-huh. Kweku, I do. Is that right, Kweku? I hope I have it right, baby. Do you think we'll ever see a drag race South Africa? Lord knows that's the only country on the continent that would probably allow, honey, if maybe, but don't hold your breath. But maybe. I would certainly review it. Might not be any black people on there. I'm just kidding. So is Animal Crossing only for Nintendo? I'm a PlayStation guy. Saint Balenciaga. Balenciaga. So it is Nintendo specific. However, you can't. That sounded so stupid. I'm so sorry. Specific. It is for the Nintendo. However, you can download the Pocket Camp for your mobile device. That was kind of how I got into Animal Crossing, was through the mobile app that you can download on the Apple Store or through the Play Store with Google Play Store. But yeah, it is Nintendo exclusive. But Saint Balenciaga, you might want to invest in a Switch because it's that girl. Like, it's not a PlayStation. It's not an fuck Xbox. It's not any of those things. But it's so much fun, and the games are like addictive. They're really good. They're really good games on the Nintendo Switch. I have a friend of mine who honestly plays Pokemon and Smash Brothers, and that's it. But he will play it for hours and hours and hours because that is that game on that system. Same thing with Pokemon once a new one comes out that he likes. Period. Other people may switch it up. I have over 50 games on my Switch. Half of them I got for $1 because they were on sale. But other stuff is nostalgia purposes. I have the Final Fantasy X2 and Final Fantasy X on here. I have 7 and 8 and 9. I play like a lot of stuff on there. But yeah, I do want a PlayStation 5. I don't want to pay $1,000 for one. Because that's all I'm seeing them for. Let's go through the comment section. I see a super chat coming. I hate saying that. Chantal is literally charging multiple different money amounts to watch her live on different platforms. She put her essay statement back up on him because Diddy is back in. Wait. Karma killers. So, okay, because back to this kind of drama again, because you know that she went over to the man's house after the police advised her not to once she made that report on him. But now, because she saw that Diddy Doo Doo is over there, such a stupid name for that lady, she wanted to file it back. So are you telling me that since she can't do it on YouTube, she's on her OnlyFans giving this information? Because I would never pay. And if any of the compilation channels have those videos, please post them. Very that. You can buy Animal Crossing cards at some shops here in Japan. They even have gachapons with them at some places. See, I really want to go to Japan. That's one of my places like in life I need to go. Japan, Bali, the United Kingdom, London specifically, Ireland as well, Germany, Australia, Africa, France, Italy, just everywhere. I'd like to just go everywhere. But Japan specifically, because I'm such a manga lover and like a huge fan of gaming and just sort of just certain things I've seen through like Japanese technology and culture. And I just would love to go. I really would. My friend that lives out there, I'm always so jelly when he talks about it. I'm like, oh, tell me what you did today. He's like, Matt, it's nothing. Seriously. I'm like, no, like, honestly. Like, honestly. Because I would always go to specific places. I wouldn't just immerse myself in the experience and all that kind of stuff. I'm always like that when I travel. I like, if I go travel anywhere, we're doing something that is local. I can't get this back in Houston. I hate going places and going to chain restaurants. Like, why? Speaking of which, I need another trip. But if I do another trip, I would like to go on a trip with somebody like this. I need someone to hold me at night. Friends are fun, but like, I'd rather have somebody rubbing on my booty at night. Okay. QC Evolution, thank you for the super chat. What's up? So I'm curious, Matty, why are you always dragging Ciara? Oh, God. She's been here almost 20 years and won at least one of every major award and been on every stage. But Super Bowl, she was in the Super Bowl? And hell of an entertainer. Okay, so let me have this conversation with y'all. Because I know deep down inside that if I bring up any of your faves, and I know it's like, Matty, I love you, but don't talk about my girl. I get it. I get it, QC Evolution. I don't have anything against Ciara. To be honest, I bought the first album, banged it. I bought the second album, bopped it. I even bought the third. Now, that one we had trouble. And then the fourth, that was a lot of trouble. She's not my kind of artist, but I respect her for her dance ability. I respect her for the time when she was killing the game, which was the 1 and the 2. Okay, because Evolution was that girl, all right? But Goodies was my album, though, because that was when I fell in love with Ciara. See, my criticisms don't come from a place of hate. They come from a place of I've been there with this person, and now this is where they're at, and we're not on the same page, but I still love them. So I may be kind of a mean older brother. So yeah, I'm still going to drag her, but I live her down. But your sister can only sing in 3 keys. Be clear. But she is an entertainer, and I give her credit for that, for sure. But I don't hate the baby. I don't hate anybody I talk. I don't hate anybody. The majority, and I mean like 99.9% of the people, I do not genuinely hate. I just say some shit on because the joke is there. Bam, it lands. Move on. But I don't hate that girl. I don't hate that girl. If anything, Ciara is like a blueprint as far as dealing with a bullshit situation from someone like Future and then ending up with Russell. Oh, like she's winning, is if anything. I just think honestly, Mama should really, if she was a full-time model, I would have, why not for Ciara? Because she's got the body, she has the face, everything's there. Mama knows how to pose. Sending love from Dallas. Can we please Smash Brothers soon? Because I want the smoke. Oh, you want that smoke black in there? I'm pretty good, but I'm good, but I'm not like the best by any means. Like I don't like dealing with people who like need to correct me every time I'm playing the game or have opinions of like play styles. I'm not somebody to do that, and I hate playing with people like that, and I've dealt with that a couple of times. So it's like, honey, we just playing at this point. Just know I'm aware. I know how to jump. I know how to hit, and my win record's decent. Looking through the comment section. Da 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 da. Ya da da da. It's Sprigatito? The cat? Yeah. Sprigatito. Yeah. Come to Myrtle Beach. I have an extra room and I live on the beach. Oh my God. I would live. I like really need a beach trip. I like really need a beach trip. Jamie, just a booty rubber. That's all. Now, see, you QC Evolution, you take that up with Sampler. Uh-huh. You take that up with them, baby, okay? Hi. It's been a minute. How are you? I've been waiting for the Rant and Matty Rants to come back. Girl, I just can't take it. There are words that stick. And when you use it when you're angry about somebody, you're going to find the beast come out of me. Because, like, once you say someone's a liar or you say something that's just very inflammatory on it, so, oh, no. I'm a pop. Because once you say it, it sticks and some idiot's going to hold it and then they're going to think it's real. And that's why we have a lot of misinformation out there right now. 200 of y'all in this live today. Thanks for tuning in for absolutely nothing. Lies. We're just chit-chatting, gibba-gabbing, doing all that, doing it well. I represent Queens. She was raised out of Brooklyn. Joel, I see you. Thank you, baby. Live for just being hot and handsome. Well, thank you, Joel Rodriguez. I wish someone would think that of me so they could take me out on these dates out here, but these motherfuckers out here don't know how to have a conversation and communicate. It's like this morning, somebody sent me a message who I was like, oh, they're interesting. It was like, good morning. I was like, good morning. That's it. Oh, God, it gets on my nerves. But I think even for me, what folks don't realize is that if I do ever get back in a situation again, I'm not bringing them onto YouTube. Just know. I need that to be separate. I need to have some separation in life. Let's see here. Comment section. Who is your type of artist? Who are you listening to currently? So I'm in a mixture of old school music and new wave sounds, like sort of different samples of stuff. Like I was just talking about with Universal Togetherness Band, My Sentiment. I was watching a show on HBO Max called Somewhere Someplace. Somewhere Someplace. Really good show, by the way. Stars one of my favorite people that I'd never get her last name. I think her first name is Bridget. I'd never get her last name. But every time I see her, I have to watch something she's in because she's so good. But this song was playing and it reminded me of the first time I heard the song. And it's like, why don't I have this on my playlist? So I've been obsessed with it lately. But currently, I'm listening to Cleo Soul. She's fabulous. Thank you, Insecure, for putting me onto her. I'm back into Jamiroquai thanks to Lady Camden, because once I heard Canned Heat, I was like, ah, it's back in my playlist now. Where was the one? Vincent, I recently got into. I don't know where the fuck I've been. Vincent's everything. But where's the one I wanted to talk about? Come on, Matt. There's a song in particular. I'm really into his music. Mac DeMarco on the level. Thanks to TikTok and those random videos where they give you the 10-second clips of things, I have found so much music. And his in particular is very my vibe in terms of like, if you've ever seen the movie The Virgin Suicides and you can think of like that playlist of music, like sometimes I think of my life is that playlist, like Air, like somewhat not too depressing, but very like moody music, but I'm not too moody. I don't know how to describe it. It's a lot. I just yelled a whole bunch of nonsense, but I always find myself to be very relatable to that kind of music. Yeah. Danny. Matty Rants. Rant, someone. Why are you ranting? I. Quaxley will be my choice for Scarlet. I'm choosing Quaxley for Scarlet. I'm choosing Sprigatito for Violet. And then when I replay the game again, I'll pick the trash can crocodile. What is my favorite? I kind of like all colors. Is that Libra of me to say, Jason? Is that kind of a Libra thing to say? Blue. I like different kinds of blues. I like different kinds of reds. Oh, you know what? My favorite color, well, black and white is like its section of colors, right? But I do love black and white color schemes, that monochromatic kind of shit. I think pink is, but like pale pink, like a pastel. Like something about that color is so soft and warm at the same time. I love it. I don't know why I love it so much. Look at all this pink shit back here. I'm just saying, like, I kind of do. I'm not like an overly pink person, but something about that soft pink always makes me feel warm. And my mother, I know why I like the color. Oh, I'm gonna get emotional. So I'm gonna hold that one. Nope, I'm gonna hold that information. It's very personal to me. Now that I'm thinking about it, there is several reasons why pink. No, fuck that. I've been open about it. Um, my mother wore a pink suit. That was her favorite suit, and she also was buried in that suit. Um, that's that same soft pink color I think about. Also, if you remember the story I told you about where I got attacked by that parrot, and I was in Hawaii, my mom brought me to this little portion of the hotel where they had flamingos. And that was her favorite bird, which became my favorite bird. And it was that soft pink color. So I think that's why it relates to my mom, and it relates to somewhat of our relationship as well as a sense of warmth. So yeah, pastels, soft pink specifically is something about it. Mhm. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking, I'm like, that's exactly why I like that color. Because my mom used to have a picture up. It was my dad, my mom, and my older brothers and sisters before me and my brother were born. It was like a very 70s picture they took. And my mom was in that suit. And it always hung up in every house we were in. And so I think that always just really resonated with me, that color. It just feels warm and feels comfortable. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Bridget Everett. Thank you. It's a good show, Jose. I love it a lot. I relate to it, especially on the queer level in the church, as well as Bridget's character with her sister and the dynamic of the alcoholism in the family. Oh my, it's a really good show. I hate the episodes are 30 minutes long, but it's a good one. I would recommend that on HBO Max. Thank you, Jose. I was like looking to see if someone got the show I was talking about. I do not own a Chucky doll, but I do want one, and it was actually something I was looking into. I was like, I have some money this week. Let me see if I can spend not $500. But I do want to get a Chucky doll from the original Child's Play set. preferably a Chucky doll from Child's Play 2. Because if y'all remember, there were a bunch of Chuckies in the boxes that they were filming. And most of them were like the same doll. I would really love to get a doll in a box. I would never take it out the box, but I really do. Because I'd put them right. I'd actually move this over. I'd widen this out, like spread this back. Yeah. And then we'd have Chucky right up there. Absolutely. I love that damn doll. Let's see here. Yeah, emotional music, very that, very emotional, sometimes indie, very, very her. I'm in between music right now. I don't listen to like a bunch of mainstream artists at this time because everything sounds the fucking same. So I prefer to find new people and I like to find them randomly. Oh, Sampha too. I listen to a lot of him. I love his music. I love his voice. How much better? Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. That's my other girl, Yeba. Is it Yeba or Yeba? Yebba. I love her down. She did a song on Drake's album that was really, really good, like Yeba's Heartbreak. But then I went and listened to her album. Oh, fabulous. I love her a lot. She's so good. I've listened to some Tame Impala. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm here for it. Let's see here. Rudy Stitches. Maddie, did you hear about Cheryl Hole being a mentor choreographer on season 3 of Legendary? Absolutely not. I heard of somebody from Drag Race being on the show who is a actual person in the ballroom scene, but I wouldn't imagine why they would ask Cheryl Hole to be a mentor on Legendary. There is no reason for that. She has no ballroom time. What are we talking about here? Maddie, if you got on Drag Race, what songs would you absolutely murder somebody to it? Anything by Beyonce, anything by Marie, anything by Maya, anything by a black woman? Gwen Stefani. Not a black woman. But anything? Don Arnold, Maddie, hope your finger's healing well. Would really like to know your thoughts on what kind of Pokemon type pairings, abilities, new gaming mechanisms you would like to see in Scarlet Violet. Thank you, Don Arnold. Not Gigantamax. I don't want to see that back. That was dumb. That was a waste of time, energy, graphics, space, time. More time than anything. Like, imagine you listening to this music, y'all. Yeah, 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 yeah. And it's going over and over and over again. And someone goes, well, I'm losing this goddamn match, so I'm about to make my Pokemon 20 times bigger. So now we're sitting here watching a good 90-second animation take place that then has a 15-second lag afterwards because it's almost like I got to watch Charizard reposition his knees correctly so someone can hit me. I hated that so much. That could have been used in other formats that would have been better. Love Giants. Don't love that. That's that. No. No, 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 no. Here's what I would like. Legends Arceus is that girl. If you haven't played it, if you're one of those, oh, they need to have the gym, that's boohoo you. You're missing out on a fun game. Legends is fucking fun. Like, it's just fun to play. Like, even now with me beating the story and I still have to finish like a couple of things with completing the Pokédex, it's a lot to do. It feels different every time I'm picking it up. Like all these different raids now, especially with the mass raids. Take points of the regular game with gym battles and then put Arceus play into this to where, yes, you are going to be battling trainers out in the wild. Yes, you're going to still be battling Pokemon, but I don't need the turn system to happen every time I run into somebody. Sometimes I want to run up on a Pokemon, throw a ball, boop, and be done. Thank you, because we're like mass farming. Some people play competitively. I don't think that they needing to have that is more important than us needing a game with a good storyline and good repetitive play outside of just online battling. So mix the two together so everyone's happy. I don't think that's difficult. I mean, it doesn't sound difficult, but it feels like for games or gaming, especially with Pokemon and Game Freak and we're not going to go above the pixelation rate, all that kind of shit. Just feels like they're lazy sometimes. I don't know. Or they just don't want to veer too far away because they think the fans will run away. But baby, Pokemon cards are still sold out in stores now. I have to order them online. It's a billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar franchise. Y'all are fine. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Matty, quick important question. Did you hear about the American version of Eurovision starting this month on the 21st? I have mixed feelings and wanted to know if you've heard. I have. I will not be watching for particular reasons. Probably some of the ones that we have together. But I also hate singing competitions. Oops. I watched Queen of the Universe because there was drag added to that. Yeah, I'm glad I did too. Girl, I think that was a joke to even be said that. Like, I think that was a trolling question because, like, I even made my whole little point yesterday. Like, girl, I'll battle you and wear you out. And I'm 35, bitch. You feel me? Like, these knees ain't rocking like they used to. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. That was funny though. Good stuff. Answer that earlier. We'll have it at the end of the month. I don't like the concept of the show. I tried to get into it. It got a little too close to God for me as a Christian. There are points where I'm like, I don't want to get into the blasphemy route. And there are a few moments in that show where I feel it's a little too blasphemous for me. So I kind of chill. I have, Becky. I think I have 2 songs, maybe 1. I think I know who that is. Yeah. But on a real note, yeah, it was interesting when I first started watching it. I just didn't like the whole God and this thing. I really didn't like that. That made me feel weird. I was like, I don't want to watch stuff like that all the time, especially when it's very in your face about it. Like sometimes they like throw in little small things like, by the way, it's like, no. It's very much the plot point of that. And I don't like to get too deep into those moments as, for me, and I'm already having my own conflictions with being a Christian and a gay man at the same time. At the same time. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, hold on, y'all. Now by 6 o'clock, I'm definitely gonna have to leave. Or better yet, once I get a text message saying something, telling me somebody's on their way, I will have to go since I need to make a pickup. Let's see here. Oh, I would love to own them both too. Yeah, but is that girl Arky? Can you do your flirty cheek smile? What's that? What? Wait, what flirty cheek smile? What are you talking about? What, that's not that. That's not that. I don't know what that is. What is that? I'm sorry. I don't know what it is. I'm like, wait, I have a cheek smile. Like, oh God, forgive me. I'm stupid. Oh, when someone flirts with you. Oh, okay. That's the. It's just my regular smile. I'm like, it's that. Oh, okay. I'm very terrible. I'm not a good flirt. So Vincent, I'm sorry. You probably got like a horrible smile from me. But that's that. It's, I do this sort of tilt down, look up bit, like a little bit of that. But Matty, it's my birthday today, and I'm a huge fan. A shout out would mean so much. Well, Arnaldo, you got it. Happy birthday. They can't sue. Happy birthday, boo. They can't sue. Oh, I made the song up right now. They can't sue. It's your birthday. Birthday, boo. Happy birthday, Arnaldo. Birthday, boo. Thanks for coming out. Hey. Birthday, boo. They can't sue. Yeah. Ha. Birthday, boo. Happy birthday, Arnaldo. Why am I not on TV? Yeah, they playing with me. I made that up on the spot. Thank you. Go ahead, Arnaldo. Happy birthday, love. Hope you have a good one. Okay. Jamie, you can't just ask for those things. They have to come out naturally. Like, yeah, see how it doesn't come out? Yeah, see, it's not there yet. I need to be a little more lubricated. Like a fun. Let's get back up here. He wants you to do the Debbie Ryan, put the hair behind. I'd rather not give like how I'm gonna be giving. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. Ooh, I need to look him up. Thank you, Hayden. Zach's Tech Turf. Matty, which X-Men would you choose to come in the MCU universe? Every time I say that, like, it's like, is there another word? Excuse me. Cameo is asking if I want to continue doing the Ukraine support. Yes, I do. Donate. We will switch it to 50%. I had it at 25. I need to be better than that. 50%. Done. I still got to pay bills too now. But they can get 50% of my tips. There you go. Let's see here. I like Storm to be the first one, but then again, like, yeah, Storm. I want them just to utilize her a lot more than they have. They've always made her a secondary character in the movies, and that is not who Storm is as an X-Men. She is literally the leader, the secondary leader when Cyclops is in there, and Cyclops was there a lot. So, like, Mama also ran her own groups and shit. She's an Omega level mutant. Like, come on now. Give me a break. And please cast somebody that looks like Storm. Halle Berry, that was lovely, but Alexandra, you were cute for thinking that role was deserved, but you were awful. Let's be very clear and real here. You were quite awful. Quite awful. Thank you, Vincent, for the cash app, for the flirty cheek smile. Thank you. That was it right there. That was it right there. Thank you. But it's an eye lookup bit for me. I always was told that this one guy I used to date was like, "Why do you look like that?" I'm like, "I'm letting you know it's time to get it in." Like that is literally what I'm telling you. It's the face. Yeah. But think about it though. Like, would you want to see another light skinned Storm? And I'm as bright as they come, baby. I'm on the last scale of melanin. Honey, like last. I'm over in the opegums. Like, when has Storm ever been like a caramel complected woman or a light skinned? Never. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. And the idea is when people like to pull that, well, you know, since we're bringing race into this, you're not understanding how powerful she was in the universe of nerddom as well as in pop culture as being a superhero, but a Black woman. And not just like, oh, she's a Black. No. Dark, Black, melanated woman, tall, athletic, strong, literally can control the weather, change the atmosphere. Okay? She literally could fuck with people's oxygen if she wanted to. They said she low-key can breathe in space. Hasn't been tried out yet, but based on the ability to change the atmospheric temperature and all that kind of shit. Are you joking me? Like, come on now. Monica Rambeau, I was glad, got her time with the Wanda series. I hope they excel on her more since her character was low-key introduced a lot better halfway through the series. But like, in terms of comic books and Black women in comics, there are too many that are top tier that have not been presented in a film format. And they have been a part of the main storylines for a lot of the big dogs. So it does feel weird when I don't see a lot of like representation and only in certain formats and you know, formats and platforms. So let's talk about Black Panther, not to give this a full conversation, but like the reason why it was such a huge phenomenon is because it was the first time we, outside of Hancock, who was just a made up superhero, Will Smith, love you down. That was made up. Same thing with Blank Man. Same thing with Meteor Man. All if the girls that know with Meteor Man, all that kind of shit. Hey, that's back then with Black superhero type of stuff. But like Black Panther was Marvel, and he was the runner of the show, and it was nice to see that representation shown on camera. Again, I'm sitting in the movie theater, and there's a 6-year-old little black boy next to me. My boyfriend at the time is an African man, and we're sitting in this movie, and he's watching a movie where he understands the mixture of dialogue. He's like, oh, they're speaking such and such. Oh, they're mixing and blending this together. What? He's like, oh yeah, they were talking Zulu at this part, and they were doing they were speaking this at this part. Oh yeah, he was like, yeah, they were mixing it up. He's living for it because he can see himself in the film. I'm looking at this little boy at the edge of his seat, not once talking the whole movie. Just a reminder, I was in Batman and somebody's badass little kid was talking through the whole movie, okay? But then this baby here who sees himself in this person is like just looking. Blade, I almost forgot about Blade. Let's get into now. Blade wasn't giving his dues like he was, okay? Let's keep it real. And Blade was also not in the setting in the black atmosphere. Blade was just a black character who was in a world of vampires. Does that make more sense than what I'm going with at this point here that I'm trying to make right now? Okay, just trying to make points here. Everything was set up in like for us, and where it wasn't just a black man in a white world having to like survive and fight. It was like, we are here. This is us. We're represented. This is an entire nation that has been built with technology, wealth, and individual growth from these people. Honey, it was just a lot to take in. So then seeing all of that and seeing this child weeping because the baby was crying, and it wasn't like he was crying because he was sad. And his mama was like right there. I'll never forget it because my boyfriend was sitting right next to me. Well, ex at the time, but he was just like, "You catching this? You catching this?" I was like real quiet. I just wanted to listen to the moment because the mama was looking. She's like, "Baby, what's wrong?" She's like, "I don't know." That was heavy. I don't know. 6-year-old crying, and she's like, "Do you like the movie?" Yeah. What do you like about it? Everything. I'll never forget it. As we were walking out, because she was ahead of me, he was like, I want to be Black Panther for Halloween. I already knew that room was about to be just lit. Whatever decorations he had were about to be all taken down. It was about to be nothing but nothing but Black Panther. It is very sad what happened with Chadwick, to know that man was battling cancer this entire time and people were making fun of how he looked. You know what's very interesting too, y'all? I gotta call this out with people's selective memory on their bullshit. So I remember many people posting his pictures of him when he got skinnier and making fun of him. What happened to him? What happened to him? Look at him going down. Oh, like they were dragging that man, and he never came. We never knew what was going on until he passed, right? Or until up to the point where he was really, really very sick. Okay. And then when he passed away, I was watching people post stuff like, "Oh my God, rest in peace." Da, 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 da. And meanwhile, I'm like, bitch, I remember you posting that man looking sickly and how you were dragging him and saying how ugly he looked. There were so many people who did that shit and they were pretending like it never happened. You may not have seen it. I saw it plenty of times. Okay. But his legacy as an actor is going to go down forever, not just for Black Panther, but if you saw that one movie on, it's Ma Rainey's Blues, am I right? Ma Rainey's Blues. Come on, Matthew. I watched the damn movie. It was good. It was really good. He's an excellent actor. It's sad that he went the way he did, but in reality, Chadwick was also a really decent guy. He was a good person and he did a lot of stuff like in the background. And again, he was going through something and didn't even complain through it. He was just black bottom. There we go. Thank you, Minty. Black bottom boobs. Yeah. It just, yeah. Yeah. Bernie Mac was coming into his own. I had my own issues with, of course, back in them with the comedy and all that homophobia or whatever. But Bernie Mac was also coming into his light too before he passed away. It's really sad how he went down. He wasn't showing no kind of signs of nothing. And Bam Man was just trying to fight the good fight. And then bam. And then everyone acts like they're his. Oh, we were big fans. Girl, y'all were dragging that baby. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, Spawn is black. They still need to redo it. They still need to redo Spawn again, in my opinion. Yeah. Is that was people said those things. Hey Becky, as hard as that was that people said those things, I sadly think it would have continued if his illness was known. When I lost my hair during radiotherapy, I heard so many people making nasty. I'm so sorry, Becky. Oh no. See, that's see, now I'm about to go in. People really blow my mind with this selective freedom of what they request and ask of people when it comes to stuff. Like, how are you a gay man and you can't support trans women? I can't find the clues in that. How are you going to ask for people to support a cause that you're doing, but then when they ask of you the same, oh, I can't get down with that? Huh? I something happened yesterday that really bothered me. I'm not going to get too much into it, but it was to a point where I understood that my friendship wasn't the same level as I thought it was based on how things were handled. And it put me in a position to feel like, wow, so at the end of all this, it's really not about my feelings or anything. It's about what we're comfortable on. And if you're comfortable with someone using a slur and it just being like, oh, okay, I'm not in that same boat. But I've just noticed a lot when it comes to us gay boys in particular and how we treat trans women in terms of ew, and then trying to hit on me and all that kind of shit. It's like, so they found you attractive. You are an attractive person. Take the compliment. Say no, thank you if that's not what you're looking for. But it's the extra afterwards I have a problem with when I have friends who are in the ground buried because someone thought they were something they wanted. And when they found out something different, they were murdered. So if I feel some kind of way, it's because of the people I've lost. It's because of the people who I know who currently deal with that have PTSD from those situations, maybe surviving a situation like that. Imagine being so privileged to walk into a job and just get it because you look like somebody who they want to see. And then think about not having the privilege because you are who you are. And someone's now judging you on that and they making assumptions and putting you into a specific category. So we may be in different spaces, places, times, events, scales, whatever, and this, that, and the other. But I don't have to, my tolerance level is gone. I don't need to make anybody feel comfortable when I'm being the person to be made feel uncomfortable. So I won't participate in it. I won't facilitate it. I won't enjoy it. I won't do it just because I'm worried about this, that, and I don't have time for that when I've got people who are just trying to exist just like you that have made different choices that don't affect you or anybody else. I'm it was a very disappointing day yesterday and this morning. And I had to pray on it and just say, okay, Matt, just move on because, not every fight is my fight. Not every battle is mine. But once I'm upset, once something happens, once I've been seen or shown something, you take it and that is what it is. You take that, that's what you gave, that's what it is. Okay? You can say everything you can say, that's fine. But now that I've seen it, it is what it is. It's going to be a very interesting road to change it for me. And I, as a cisgendered gay man, need to be responsible for those around me in terms of how they communicate and talk, because then I would be facilitating that sort of speech, which is why I had to remove myself the other day from a situation that was not given the apology it needed to be given at all. And I was disrespected, and I'm not okay. So hopefully we get through that. But right now, that was a huge gap for me to deal with. It's especially over one person who I love down, who is not even here with me, who literally was like killed over that kind of shit. So, hate to get deep there, but in reality, we have these conversations. Truthfully, honestly. But yeah, I don't have it anymore. My tolerance level is very low. And this is unfortunately one of the sad parts about living in the South, is it's very acceptable to be in that kind of thinking, and to think it's okay, and to, say, well, if feelings are valid, then me feeling disgusted by something is as well. It's why you are. It's why you feel those things. That's the part that people don't like to get to. It's them just being okay with what's comfortable without asking the deeper questions as to why something is the way it is, and to why that makes you feel the way you feel, and what was the result of that. Can you tell I've been enjoying therapy? Can you tell? I know, but down here, especially, Ashley, it's just a lot more than what I was dealing with when I was in Los Angeles. Like Los Angeles, there was definitely that shit too, but like out here, it's just so in my face. It's just very gross, and I hate seeing my other gay brothers around me turn on their turn themselves down, or make themselves look lower, or downplay themselves for the people around them, because they don't want to make people uncomfortable, because they accept me for who I am, but they really don't. They don't. They do not. Okay. They don't. They accept you when you are doing things that make them comfortable. They don't accept you for who you are. No, baby. And that's the thing too. Like the story I talked about at when I went to visit Atlanta, and I was with Scotty Jamar and all of us. And, I'm sitting at a table with a bunch of content creators on YouTube or other platforms, you know what I'm saying, from different venues, avenues, all have different kind of followers, all of us. And in a table that wasn't even next to us, they were like, like a J some they were a ways away to where they should be in their own table having a conversation. But when Jamar walks in and is in a full beat of makeup, okay, because you're so uncomfortable, because you need to be made to feel better. I now have to feel low and less, and I can't do this in front of you because you feel some kind of way. The fuck out of here with that bullshit. This they made a spectacle out of it. Like, I'm talking about pointing, turning around. Babe, do you see that? Do you see all of that shit? And I'm the only one that notices at this table, because I'm sitting right next to Jamar. Everybody else is doing their own thing. That's why when you hear Sky tell, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see, because this is what you were doing, baby. You weren't aware of the room. But when you have been put in a position where you have to be on go all the time, like myself, you are ready to go. And I was ready to fight that night. And it was about to go down, because Jamar's face was beat, lashes was in. The ladies at the table were calling him all kinds of names and this, that, and the other. The dudes were making sort of gestures, this, that, and the other. Gross, ew, I beat that, da, 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 da. All that kind of stuff is happening at this supposedly nice restaurant. Hey, babes. So like Jamar is sitting there in his glory, feeling himself, but also he now has to be on the ready in case something happens. And that shouldn't even be. And that's just a perfect example of why I say I don't deal with shit. When I hear it and I see it and the actions speak for themselves. It's been enough of that where I've let people walk past me, spitting on me, calling me all kinds of names or saying some shit that's out of line. It's been too many years of that. I don't deal with it no more. That's not for you. You then be a coon then for those things. You be that slave for that mentality. I won't. It's not for me. I've done it enough. I've spent 35 years in that shit. They'll never understand it, and it's not for them to, because guess what? It's real. How can I do something for somebody that hates me? Or how can I do something for somebody that hates things that are a part of me? Okay. I'm not trans. I'm not a trans woman or anything like that. But I'm a gay man and I'm in a community where that all exists together. Same thing with bi erasure. You know what I'm saying? When folks like to do this whole, well, he's not bi, he's gay. If he likes dick, he's gay. If she likes this, she's a lesbian. I'm so sorry. When did we start becoming the judge, the jury, and the executioner on things that we have no information about? As a matter of fact, I wonder how many people have actually really dived into sexuality and studied it, or better yet, what it means on attraction to folks. Conversations like, how could someone be in a sexless relationship? How could someone not? There are different elements and avenues of happiness. What haven't we gotten on about that? Like it really blows my mind. So again, my tolerance level is gone. It's beyond non-existing because I've just we're still doing this, so I can't facilitate it, and I won't facilitate it, and I won't be a part of it. And now I know better for the people who do. Embarrassing is what it is when I see people do stuff like that. It's like, girl, are you aware of the world and how big it is and where everyone is coming from? Bitch, I was a spoiled fucking brat growing up. When my dad had money, bitch, I was an asshole. And that carried over with me for quite some time because I was used to being spoiled. When my dad lost everything and we were homeless, bitch, and I had to come into a reality check on things and everything started to change up a little bit. Oh, that changed a lot of stuff for me. Then going to college changed a lot of stuff for me. Meeting new people who've lived in different lives of me. Because I've had it all and then had nothing, but then there are people who've literally born into nothing and growing up from that and having to get out of situations. Like there are people who are blessed with generational wealth that don't even know or understand the folks that actually had it that was taken from them by society and by things that happened to keep others down and oppress different folks because they know so much. It's interesting. It's very interesting. So that's how I can look at it. Do you think that some of your ability to stand up for and be noticed also has to do with personal growth and being comfortable with who you are in your own skin and being your whole self? Absolutely, Maddie. This wasn't always this at all. Um, not even close. I had lies. To be real, if you ever met anybody who has known me, they'll be like, Matt's always been this guy, but it's been fine tuned. It's been, worked on. It's been pulled together because it was always there. It's just you had to rear it in. I've had a gun put in my face, being called the F word before in New Orleans, not doing anything, just sitting on a stoop in the French Quarters, like having a conversation with a bunch of people, and these dudes drive up and make fun of one of the white dudes who's with us. He says something. They get out the car and put my face, this other man's face, and another person's face that was with us that I didn't even know. Talking about they gonna blast us F words, all this kind of stuff like that. Beg for your life, all that kind of. Oh yeah. To then be like, we're fucking with you, laughed it off and drove away, and then I'm sitting here looking like, I could have lost my life because this asshole over here next to me responded to somebody's bullshit, not knowing who was in the car looking for something. Do you feel what I'm saying? By association, I could have died. Do you see how that mixes into this conversation I just had about people facilitating stuff? Is saying it's okay? I host the reunion for the Circle Atlanta on YouTube, okay? There are going to be things that are said that I do not agree with at all. Points where you'll see me correct somebody for misgendering someone. I couldn't get to every point when that happened, but I got to the ones I could get to when I could interject during arguments. I know I am going to have somebody try me over that reunion and go, Matty didn't stick up enough for this, that, and the other. When I did, they may have edited it out. You don't know. But trust me, I've been in many situations where I've had to speak on behalf of others or myself. And I can be wrong at times, but the majority is right. But I can always admit to being wrong on something. This ain't one of them times. This is definitely not that. I'm gonna have to be the villain, unfortunately, in this situation, because that's how they operate. It comes out. I don't know. Like the producer is. Shout out to Nunu. It's coming soon. They posted their trailer for it or whatever, and I know they have the finale coming up, so it's around the corner. I'm assuming the end of this month. But even if you ask Jamar, he'll be like, it'll be up when he's got it finished and edited. I can't tell you when it comes out, unfortunately. I wish I could. You know, I like to give schedules, but they work on a different schedule than me because he's editing several shows at the same time. It's not just one thing he's working on. Period. Mrs. Jim, the Jewel together. I asked questions because I'm not a cast member. I can't just read these folks. I'm asking questions on behalf of like you as an audience or whatever. And there is a time where I ask her, like, are you sure on something? And she doubled down on it. And I said, okay. But I asked her again to give her a point to be like, I think you need to reword it. And she didn't do that. So I'm hoping that however y'all see it, she doesn't come off malicious or evil. She's not a nasty person. I thought she was they all were very nice people when I met them. It's just once we get into the nitty gritty of the show, that's when all the popping off and the fuck yous and all that kind of mess and the things were said. But there is a point where I give her, they better not cut that out. I literally gave her an opportunity. Are you sure? Yep, that's how I feel. Okay. Well, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I may not be there, but that's just where you're at. And so, hey, because I don't agree with everything, but as a host for the reunion, I did not do it in a sense of being like, you should have done this and you should have done that. No. They gave me questions that I had to ask. I followed through with my script that they gave me. I didn't make the script. They gave me that script. And I tried my best afterwards to follow through with my questions that would add to the conversation. Mind you, I didn't get any of the questions until the day of the reunion. So when you see me, I feel like I didn't do a good job, even though everyone said I did. But that was very much Matthew was given the information 4 hours, 4 hours prior to them filming. I had to go through all of that, didn't see everything that happened that took place prior to the events that we were talking about, and had to come to an assessment and a judgment based on the arguments that took place, based on what I was told from an EP, based on the information that was given and how the argument went down. So, if anybody has any kind of thing to say about how I did that reunion, I'm ready to go and I'm ready to fight. Nick. Because I didn't have any, they didn't give me any time to prepare for that. There was no like, let me get this. No, that was the day of. I had to read it. I had to go for what it was worth. I fucked up one little intro line. They had to refilm because I was just like, ah. But yeah, I made a whole lot of faces though. I did do some shady shit. Because they were saying some things, and I'm like, there were some reads that were just, pew. You want to talk about lethal? Like, okay. um, yeah, there were some girls that were cutting the fuck up. So when you see it, it's gonna be a good time, baby. Hold on. Would you host Chasing Atlanta if Dario ever asked? I would. And the reason why I would do it for Dario, Dario's actually a nice person. One, Jamar, we've had our conversations. Two, Jamar always keeps me up to date with the Atlanta series. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see Jamar on Chasing Atlanta. Y'all know that, right? Like Jamar is going to be on Chasing Atlanta. He's not a main cast member, but he's in the trailer running in one of the scenes. He's one of the. I can't give it away. Let me be quiet. You'll see him on the show in some capacity. Yes, you'll see him in some capacity on the show. You will. He may be background half the time, but he also will have moments where he's talking to some particular castmates. Yeah. Yeah. So he'll be on the show. I'm so proud of my friend, regardless of the haters and what does Chantal call them? Of the people who just really want me to not succeed. Yeah. I love my friend. I'm so happy for him. And he's made me want to move to Atlanta. I'm like, girl, you getting all these film gigs, bitch? I need to move out of here. Matty, I know you're watching Gilded Age, and I would love to hear your thoughts on that if you're up to sharing. I believe in Peggy supremacy. Yes, we love Peggy in this household because Peggy is the truth. And I feel like Miss Armstrong's racist like shit is really trying to fuck with Peggy. So I'm afraid of what's going to happen with this next episode on Monday. Agnes Van Rys, right? Van Rys. Christine Baranski's character is my favorite person on the show. She does not mess up any lines. Funny. I was actually planning on doing a TikTok for the Gilded Age. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I might put on a wig for it. I have an idea. I just came up with it like a couple of hours ago, and I was like, oh, that would be a funny TikTok. So you might see something later with that. But no, I love the show. I love that it's very Downton Abbey, but it's more relatable for me because it's in the United States and it's giving you sort of the era when New York was building up with the Rockefellers and all these influential power money people that were in New York. And it was sort of where the old money and the new money was coming in, and the new money is taking over the old money, and the old money is trying to keep out new money, but it's not happening. And there's a lot of drama and intergoing things happening that are very like small potatoes, but big meat later. Like small things are happening, but big things are also taking place at the same time. And that's what I like about the show is little nuanced conversations that take place, as well as like Mr. Russell, who is I don't know. I don't care how tall that man is. You understand what I'm saying? Mr. Russell can get it. I'm glad they fired that one bitch because she was killing me. I hate her so much. But yeah, I love the Gilded Age. I enjoy every character. Cynthia Nixon actually does a very good job on this show. I don't like her on Sex and the City at all. I love her on the Gilded Age. She is great on the Gilded Age. My least favorite character is Agnes's son, who is the only gay character to be, well, other than his boyfriend, to be given a title or script in the show. I don't like him for multiple reasons because, I don't know. He's the gay guy, but he's also a thief, a liar, a user. No. I don't like how they've written his character. I don't like that he's been given this role of, because he's basically gay and with this man and they can't live the way that they want to live, he's got to sneak his way in here and con somebody out of some money. and end up marrying this woman to take her money away. Like, no, I don't like that. Like, why does that have to be the narrative? Like, almost all the time when it comes to us in certain situations. Like, there are some motherfuckers out there playing that bullshit game, but like, he got to do all that. Like, he couldn't just be navigating the scene, dealing with like not coming out and having to hide, and that be that. That would have already been enough drama. So I didn't understand why we had to have that with this character. I felt that was lazy writing for me. It's like, and then the fact that he's going after Mr. and Mrs. Russell's daughter. That doesn't work. How does that work? How does that work? He doesn't give me any attraction to women, period. Not with that mustache. Bitch, he look like he eat booty with that mustache. No. Like, yes, thank you. She's very young. She's like 16. This man's in his 20s. I don't like that. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Mm-mm. Also, I need our girl, what's her name? Mrs. Brooks. The one who went to Harlem, or I'm sorry, Brooklyn, thinking that, her friend Peggy was poor because she was black, and yet finds out that Peggy's family is rich. They own the pharmacy, they got money, and you came there looking a fool. Like, oh, that was a great episode. Marion, there we go, Marion. I love Marion, but I was so happy she got that reality check, and she's gotten it several times. Because Marion just doesn't want to be, Marion is definitely not racist. Marion is ignorant to certain stuff, but she wants to do the right thing, which is why I like Marion a lot, because when she takes accountability for her fuck ups and she's like, damn, but it's the assumptions for me that killed me that episode. But Marion, that man that you are like trying to get Agnes to like, he is a player. Please don't fall for it, girl. It's getting on my nerves watching her make the wrong decisions, even though some of the decisions that she makes are actually really good ones. Like, they're honest ones too. But that man is going to take her for a run. And I need her to be worried. I need her to be worried. The lawyer, there you go. What's his name? What's the lawyer's name again? I forget. Jacobs or something like that, Mr. Jacobs. But that's the thing too. Like, did you see how quickly Agnes checked Mrs. Armstrong about her racism, but Marion was so oblivious to everything? How is Agnes the most bitter woman on the show, completely there for a full moment where Mrs. Armstrong tried to play her? Girl, that was so funny. She says, your prejudice is showing. Woo! I was like, oh, not this white woman getting her together. There you go, Mr. Rakes, Mr. Rakes. Mr. Rakes. All of her family, including her cousin Hill, was at the show recently, saw what was going on and what was happening in that situation where he's clearly like flirting with somebody. I'm certainly available. I thought you were talking to Marion. I thought Marion was the one for you. You wouldn't be accepting offers to go travel with another woman if you were interested in Marion. And everyone sees it, but Marion, it drives me. I think even Peggy sees it, but she doesn't want Marion to be upset. So she's just like, do what you do. But yeah, The Gilded Age is fun, y'all. It's a good show. You should watch it on HBO Max. I'm such a fan. It's good drama, good writing, all that stuff. But yeah, The Gilded Age on HBO Max. That was the question. Okay, y'all. I got maybe 15 more minutes in me here. She hasn't texted me back yet. So you have me as long as Miss Mama ain't on her way over here. Any other questions, shows, certain personal things you want to ask me that you may want to know? I appreciate y'all for tuning in on this live today. As you know, I don't even have a thumbnail for this. I think I'm gonna let YouTube pick the thumbnail. I'm nervous what that thumbnail is gonna look like, but yeah. Oh God, I'm nervous for what my thumbnail is gonna look like. I have not seen Dune, Adrian. I haven't seen Dune yet. Not yet. I heard it was good. I miss Euphoria, but I don't miss crying every Sunday. like every Sunday. I really don't miss that. That was one thing about that show I hated. It literally was an emotional vampire for me. It would just take everything out of me. I would be so tired at the end of it. Like, oh my God. Mm. Hmm. Hi, the girls. Have a good evening. Oh, thanks, Cynthia. No, I just know sometimes it's like, well, let me take this down. I don't know why I have it up. Well, I was asked to put it up, but let me take it down. Like, she's just in the way. Hey, Shay. I have, but I don't have a system to play it on, so I'm not thinking about it. I am jelly of everybody that's playing Elden Ring, but I refuse to pay $400 for a PlayStation 4. That is one of the oldest systems out right now, and the PlayStation 5 is there. Like, it was good. Go watch it. It was really good. Anything and everything. This is a rant with me, with Matty. We'll do this once a week. Be on here for a couple hours and we'll talk. And I won't be toxic. I won't be. Or at least I won't. Well, I mean, yeah, I definitely won't be toxic. I certainly won't be talking about somebody or taking you to the clinic with me. That lady got gonorrhea on live. I still can't get over that. I'm back on Chantal again. I've been so obsessed with their world. You got gonorrhea on a live and told everybody about it with your sword. Girl, I'll never get over it. I'll never out. Okay, so we were talking about this earlier about Chantal Foodie Beauty, who got their channel terminated by YouTube for violating, right? She gets on a live, full scab, sore, everything. And she's like, the guy Natter or whatever, who she was like loving and liking or whatever, she said that he gave her gonorrhea. Okay. He's saying that she's nasty and she got it from sleeping with some homeless man. I kid you not. I kid you not. I kid you not. So she's like going back and forth to the clinic and all that kind of stuff. And it's really funny because it's like they were arguing at this one point in time. So all of a sudden, they just like she goes off live, then gets back on. She's like, that was the clinic. I think they were calling him. So I think he does have it. It's like, oh my God, you are not like confirming this man's like sexual, which you're not supposed to be doing. But it's like, yeah. It's a mess, but it's so good. It's like Tiger King. It's pure shit, but it's lovely. Like dumb, but lovely. The amount of privilege from that woman, 12K a month, is some Farnsworth. I wish. I'm getting a nice, cute check right now. But 12K a month? We'd be in a house doing this. I would have money to set up for our meet and greets in the States. I'd have, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would be like doing shit with that. So it just blows my mind that she was getting $12,000 a month, yet she was living with Pete's for some odd reason. And then it's like I just didn't understand what she was doing with her money. Like, are you spending it on, oh. She was spending it on DURG, finish the rest. I just spelled it out. She was spending that on, had to be. I'm like, 12K a month. Like, girl, let's do the math. And that's not including other things like OnlyFans and stuff that she's been using. Let's do this. Let's do the numbers here, because let me get $12,000 a month for sitting on this goddamn computer. 12,000. Yeah. Yep. Times 12 months. That's $144,000. Not taxed. That you're getting a year for getting on the internet, going live, picking your belly button, burping, talking about your gonorrhea sores, all of that. What do I need to do? What do I need to do for that to happen? I probably just, what do I need to do? Oh my God. Ah, ah. Ah. Anyway, anyway, stop it. Stop it. Da Vinci, I won't highlight it, but yeah. Then again, we have people like Candace Owens that are representing the Black community. So, like, while we can always go, what color were there is some boob in every ethnicity, color, creed, race. There's always some boob. Okay, there's always one in there that's just gonna just ruin the bunch. So even when we go, is it this kind? No, 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 no. Mm-mm-mm. Candace Owens, Kanye West, people whose first names have a k, just start off with somewhat goes with cool. No. Mm. Shaney for Christ. No, I've never heard of them. What do they do? I love Sigourney Beaver. She was good TV. I wonder when the next season of Dracula is going to happen. Hopefully not 3 years from now. And not on Amazon Prime, because Shudder was perfect. Shudder was the perfect platform for Dracula. That was the right space and place. Absolutely. Oh, I got a message back. I just would like to go on a date. I just miss the aspect of getting to know somebody and doing like the dining and whining and finding things to do with someone. Shaney Griffs? I don't know who that is. I was like, didn't I like you? Wait. Oh, yeah. I'm about to get my 10th star on Arceus. I'm about to get my 10th. I need some chapstick. Jesus, I've been talking so long. Is she on her way? Oh, 30 minutes or less. Okay. That means we got 10 more minutes here. Are you a part of a hater nation? Ah! I don't. Why does she call them haters? Like, there are people who are just mean to Amberlynn, but then there are people who actually give a fuck about her. And I'm one of the people that wants to see her win, but I'm also not here for her bullshit. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but it's like I have to. And then she wonders why for 8 years you've been on the internet and nothing's worked. I don't feel sorry for her anymore. I don't. I'm just now watching her just to wait and see when she finally clicks it in. I'm waiting for it. So I will tune into Amberlynn Reid just to finally see her go, you know what, guys? I've been bullshitting. And you know what else? I'm now actually being successful in what I'm doing. Because when she gets on there and goes, I lost a pound and I'm so proud of myself. Sis, the previous video, you binged, what, 5,000 just here's the thing. I watch a lot of weight loss shows, not because I'm like, ooh, let me look at these people, but more so I like to see people who have something that they want to achieve it. Like a goal that they have set that they actually can make happen. Like, I am here for that shit. I love seeing that. It gives me motivation, seeing somebody in a particular position make it through some shit. I like that kind of stuff. So I watch 1,000 Pound Life and Sisters and Friends and all them kind of shows because I like seeing people overcome their troubles. I'm a person I've overcome a lot of mine. I'm a person who can speak on that kind of shit. So I like seeing that. But when you have, for the amount of years that you have had, and it's a cycle, and it's a real one too. Like, it's a real cycle. Like, you go through the same patterns, same diet, same routines. You lie about this, you've done that. It's insane to me. I'm like, at this point, I'm just watching you. I'm just watching you just to see where this goes because you think we want to watch you to like know your personal life, which we do, but not because you're doing well. It's because you're doing bad. If you were doing well, I think that she would honestly be getting a lot more praise and have a lot more followers than she does. And people are just hate watching her at this point in time. I don't hate watch her. I want to see her succeed, but I do watch the compilation videos from like Charlie Gold, Karina Kaboom, Orange Queen, Apathetic Facts, BBQ Chicken, Fupa Tales. There was a new one I found today that I really liked. She's narrates. She's pretty good. I like her a lot. But yeah. I'm watching her. I hope she wins. I just really cannot stand how she bullshits us in front of the camera. Like bullshits. Tammy Slaton, I pray for her. I am not gonna make fun of that baby because that's too easy. And I don't mean that to be rude, but it really is. Like, there's no point in making fun of her. I wish her the best. She has a horrible attitude. Like, your forehead is trying to encompass your entire face, and you have a horrible attitude. It was the giving up on life bit for me, and watching TLC facilitate that shit that pissed me off. Like, you know that girl has an eating disorder and you're fully aware of it, right? But instead of like, and mind you, they were helping her for a couple of things, but I recently found out that her rehab stay that she actually was taking seriously. Oh no, Chrissy, there's been an update. There's been an update. I have to update this. Now I'm going to sound like one of these drama reporting channels. There's been an update. She has lost her apartment, that house she was in. She's lost it. She couldn't pay the rent. The rehab was too expensive. Either I can't remember if she went back. If I'm trying to remember if she's either out of rehab or she stayed in there because she couldn't pay the house, so she was evicted, allegedly. But yeah, she's not even going to be in that same place again when they do the next season. She will not be in that house because Amy and her apparently they bought that. It was a duplex or something like that. They were renting out. And they both had the two parts of the house together. I don't know if when Amy left and that portion of the rent couldn't make up for the difference in what was going on here, but because Tammy wasn't doing nothing and she's in rehab and not on YouTube making, however much money to sit there and blow on balloons and, do arts and crafts projects, she's lost the house. Bitch, I just saw this video the other day and multiple people were reporting on it. It's scary and I feel really bad for her. So I don't want that to happen because that's the last thing that needs to take place. I know that every family member has had Tammy in their household. I'm talking about 1,000-Pound Sisters, by the way, for those of you who are jumping in here. See, this is why we're gonna have to start doing these rantable moments during the week where we just bring up everything because you know me, I can go in there. But Amy is in a better place, even though I don't agree with her smoking while she's pregnant, but that's not me. I'm not the mama. That's not my child. I just don't agree with the things that she is doing in terms of how she is handling herself while she is fucking pregnant. I would never. I would never. But mama is still smoking. It's hard to quit. I'm like, I hear you, but you have a child inside of you. Like, quit for that baby. You have a beautiful boy, Gage. Like, I don't want that other child coming up and being like, what the fuck? So, yeah. It's a lot. Do you have a type in dating? I mean, I can say I do, and then I can say I don't at the same time. I am I don't know, I'm particular about people who I talk to, but I don't know. At this point in time, I just need to be attracted to you. Yeah. Like mentally, physically, that kind of bit. Yeah. But as far as type is concerned, I'm at a place right now where it's like I can't even pinpoint things. Tall, short, medium, whatever at this point. Like at this point. Speaking of babies, what's your opinion on parents who pierce their babies' ears? Child, none of my business. It's none of my business. But at the same time, I've never had my ears pierced or a tattoo, so I can't even like talk on that if that makes any sense. Like, I think that's too young, but that's also none of my business. I don't have kids. Why do that so young? That's the part I don't understand. Why do that so young? Like, so it has it already in there. I wouldn't want a hole in my body that young. What if they didn't want to have their ears pierced? And it's a child. That part. What if the child didn't even want their ears pierced? And they just got them because the mama wanted them to. This, I don't want a showboat. I don't want somebody who is trying to be the attention-seeking whore of the universe. I don't want that. I really don't want that. That is what I don't want. Matty, before I go, I just want to say I've been here since your season 9 reviews. Oh my God, you've been here for a while. And the Matt and Mar show. And I just want to say how proud I am of you. You have star quality that can't be taught. Thank you, Shay. I appreciate that. Soon the world, well, I mean, the world has recognized it because y'all are all over the world, but soon the network producers will see that and put your boy on the map because we already know I'm going to give good TV. At least it'll be authentic. Yeah, I just want to be, here we go. If the best way to describe me in a dating situation, I just want to be the little spoon. I just want to be the little spoon. Okay. Yeah. That's my type. My type is the big spoon. I just want to be the little spoon. If you're a big spoon, call me. I think you were trying to say circumcision. Where are the jokes? If it's an early age little baby like I did, then yeah, because you don't remember it. But if it's a little kid crying, screaming in the chair, then no, unless they want it. We are about a few minutes away from the Jussie sentence. Give us a quick hot take before the verdict. If you guilty. The man lied about a situation that happened with him going out to Subway at 2 a.m. at night while it was negative 14 degrees to then be popped by a personal trainer that was helping him work out on his glow while this man could possibly banging him from the back. I mean, Jussie is light, and the guy gave me, I only like light skins and white girls, so all tea. Was guilty on 5 out of 6 counts. Try to bring it back up. I didn't do it, girl. Stop it. Stop it. I don't believe him. I also was like on his side originally when it started, just to say, we don't know what happens, but let's give it some more time. As more information was released, I had to let that girl go. I had to let it go. I don't believe him. I'm sorry. I don't believe him. Everything just makes absolutely no sense. You are a celebrity who I know has a certain privilege in dollars and coins that are coming your way. You're telling me in the dead of the night, you walked at 2 a.m. in the morning, not even that close to your house, Subway, when it was negative something degree, 14 degree, what? That doesn't make any sense. Honey, I went for what? I just wanted to make more sense. That's all. But it's not. But you know what? I'm not Jussie. I'm not the judge. I'm not the jury. This case is closed. Oh, he was also trying to play into the political atmosphere because Trump was in office with his whole racist self. And like, he was trying to play into that. Like, they were MAGA supporters and da da da. I couldn't believe it. Like, he was hurting the whole cause of us actually calling out people who are MAGA supporters, who are racist and gross individuals. He like really fucked the game up. So yeah, I felt some kind of way about it. It was like, you are the gay that cried, help. No, don't do that. Now all these other girls going to get out here jumped and shit, and no one's going to believe them. There is damage done in lies, people. What are we not realizing with this? When you lie about something, it spreads. It is literally a disease. It's a web. It keeps going and going and going. And when the truth hits it, just like a spider web with a baseball being thrown right through that motherfucker. Gone. Everything's chaos. Boom. Explosions. It was the Bathhouse comments for me. I've never even been to one. I have friends that have been to one. Someone can call me a liar. I'll take the lie detector test. I have never been inside one, and I would pass that test. I've not my tea, honey. I don't like them. You know, that's not for me. I know girls that enjoy that kind of shit, but not for me. I need to know your name, your address, what car you drive, because if something happens, I'm taking you out. Hey, baby, how's it going? I'm actually about to hop off here, y'all, because how long ago did she text me? Yeah, okay. I need to get ready to walk outside and meet up with somebody. Y'all, thank you so very much for tuning in today. I appreciate y'all keeping me company for this 2-hour live. We will be doing this once a week where we go live and we have a rant with me, with your boy Matty Rants, and just talk about stuff, anything and everything. Y'all are going to be holding the conversations, asking the questions. You know I can talk, so just give me the ball and let me hit it. I am going to watch Bad Boys Club because Andrew Caldwell being on there just confirmed that he's been lying about his sexuality. So, boop. But thanks for calling in, everybody. Calling in. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being here. Poos, poos, listen, all that good shit. Hit that like button. Don't forget to get in the comment section afterwards. I appreciate every single one of you. I'll see you the next time we do one of these. And again, I ain't announcing this. I'm just going to just pop up. Just be ready. I'll see you next time. Here's my theme music. Bye, y'all. Listen. Yeah.